Om Shanti. A very happy new year to everyone and a very happy Satguruvar. This is the Sakar MURLI of the 1st of January 2015. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, in order to pass with good marks, you students must become active. You students must become chust and make some effort. You students mustn't become lazy. You students mustn't become sust. Lazy are those who remember their friends and relatives throughout the day. The question is, who are said to be the most fortunate at the conference age? In the answer, Baba says, those who have made everything successful by giving their bodies, minds, and wealth, tan, man, dhan, and those who are still doing this are said to be the most fortunate. It is understood about those who are very miserly, those who are manhus, that this is not in their fortune. They don't understand that destruction is standing ahead of them and that they should do something worthwhile. Fortunate children understand that the Father has personally come in front of them, and so they use everything in a worthwhile way. By remaining courageous, they become instruments to create the fortune of many others. The song for today is Takdeer Jagakar Aayi Hoon. I have come with my fortune awakened.
तकदीर जगा कर आई हूँ जगा कर आई हूँ मैं दुनिया बता कर लाई हूँ दुनिया बता कर लाई हूँ.
Om Shanti. You children are now creating your fortune. Krishna's name was put in the Gita, and this is why those versions say that God Krishna says, I teach you Raj Yoga. However, there could have been no versions of God Krishna. Shri Krishna is the aim and objective. I make you into kings of kings, was said by God Shiv. Therefore, Krishna would definitely have first of all been made a prince, and so there was no God Krishna to speak. Krishna is the aim and objective of you children. This is the school. God is teaching you, and you're becoming princes and princesses. The Father says, I give you this knowledge at the end of your many births in order for you to become Krishna again. Shiv Baba, and not Shri Krishna, is the teacher at this school. It is Shiv Baba who establishes the deity religion. You children say that you have come here to create your fortune. You souls know that you have now come to the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, in order to create your fortune. This fortune is that of becoming princes and princesses. This is Raj Yoga. First of all, the two leaves of heaven, Radhe and Krishna, are made to emerge by Shiv Baba. This picture has been created very accurately. It is a good picture to use to explain to others. You created your fortune by studying the knowledge of the Gita. The fortune that you had awakened previously has now all ended. You are now at the end of your many births and have become totally tamopradhan beggars. Therefore, you now have to become princes again. Radhe and Krishna are the first ones who become this. Then their dynasty continues. It wouldn't be just one kingdom. When Radhe and Krishna get married, they are renamed Lakshmi and Narayan. To become a prince, to become Narayan from a human being is one and the same thing. You children know that Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of heaven. Heaven must definitely have been established at the confluence age, which is why this period of time is called the most auspicious confluence age. Establishment of the original eternal deity religion is now taking place, and then all the other religions are to be destroyed. In the Golden Age, there was only one religion, and the history and geography of that have to repeat. Heaven, which is also called Paristan, where Lakshmi and Narayan ruled their kingdom, is now being created once again. At present, this world is a graveyard. Everyone has been burning away while sitting on the pyre of lust. In the Golden Age, you will build palaces, etc. It isn't that a city of gold, Dwarika or Lanka, will emerge from under the ground. A city of gold may emerge, but Lanka can't. The kingdom of Ram, the kingdom of God, is also called the Golden Age. All the real gold has been looted from Bharat. You explain to others how wealthy Bharat used to be. It is now poverty-stricken. The words poverty-stricken are not so bad. You can explain that there is only one religion in the Golden Age. There can't be any other religions there. Many ask how this is possible and whether only deities live there. There are many different opinions. It is such a wonder how no two people's opinions would be the same. How many actors are there? Heaven is now being created. By remembering that you are now becoming residents of heaven, you will remain constantly cheerful. You children should have a lot of happiness. You have a very elevated aim and objective. You are becoming deities, residents of heaven, from ordinary human beings. Only you Brahmins know that heaven is now being established. You should remember all of these things, but Maya repeatedly makes you forget. If it is not in your fortune, you won't reform yourselves. Some are unable to remove their habit of half the cycle of telling lies. They consider falsehood to be a treasure and keep it with themselves and do not let go of it. So, it is understood, such is their fortune. They don't even remember the Father. Only when you remove all of your attachment will you be able to remember Him. Then you will have disinterest in the whole world. Even though you see your friends and relatives, it would be as though you don't see them. You know that all of them are living in the graveyard of hell. This all has to be destroyed. We now have to return home, and this is why we remember the land of happiness and the land of peace. Yesterday, we lived and ruled in heaven. We then lost that kingdom and are now reclaiming it. You children understand how much you have been bowing your heads and wasting your money, etc., on the path of devotion. People continue to cry out, but they receive nothing. Souls call out to Baba to come and take them to the land of happiness. It is when they experience sorrow at the end that they remember the Father. You can see that this old world is now to be destroyed. We are now receiving all of this knowledge in this, our last birth. You must imbibe this knowledge fully. Earthquakes, etc., happen suddenly. So many children died at the time of partition from Pakistan. You children now know everything, from the beginning to the present, and you will also come to know everything that is still to come. There would not have been just the one temple of gold built to Somnath. There would also have been many temples of gold built to others, and also palaces of gold. What happened to them? Where did they all vanish to? Were they all buried below the ground when earthquakes happened? Will they not emerge again? Will they just decay underground? What happens? As you progress, you will come to know what happens. It is written that the city of gold went down below. You now say that according to the drama, it went below and will emerge again as the cycle turns. That will have to be built again. You should have great happiness whilst turning this cycle around in your mind. Keep this picture in your pocket. This badge is very serviceable, but none of you does much service with it. You children can do a lot of service in the trains, but none of you writes of your service news telling Baba how much service you do on trains. Even in the third-class carriages, you can do service. Those who understood this knowledge a cycle ago, those who changed from ordinary humans into deities, are the ones who will understand it again. It has been remembered that humans were changed into deities. It isn't said that human beings were changed into Christians or into Sikhs. No, you became deities from ordinary human beings. This means the original eternal deity religion was established. All other religions went and rested in their own sections. It is shown in the picture of the tree. When each religion was established, the deities became Hindus, and then some were converted from Hindus into other religions. Many left their elevated dharma and karma, religion and activity, and went into other religions. They will emerge and understand a little at the end and then become subjects. Not everyone will go into the deity religion. They will all go and stay in their own sections. All of these things are in your intellects. What people in the world continue to do? They make so many arrangements for food. They set up huge machines, etc., but nothing happens. The world has to become Tamopradhan, and you had to come down the ladder. Whatever is predestined in the drama continues to happen. The new world has to be established. Scientists are at present learning everything. In a few years' time, they will be very clever. They will create many good things there. This science will give you a lot of happiness there. Here, there is little happiness, but plenty of sorrow. How many years has it been since scientists developed these things? Previously, there was no electricity or gas, etc. Just look what has happened now. Everything there will be ready-made. Everything will be built very quickly. Here too, just look how quickly buildings are constructed. Everything is ready. They build so many floors. It will not be like this there. There, everyone has plenty of land. There is no tax, etc. There is plenty of wealth and also plenty of land. There are many rivers, but there are no canals. They are dug later. The children should have so much happiness inside of you. You have received a double engine. When a train has to go up a hill, it is given a double engine. You children also give your fingers of cooperation. There are so few of you. You know that you are praised as being God's helpers. You are doing service according to Srimad. Baba has also come here to serve you. He establishes the one religion and destroys all the many other religions. As you progress a little, you will see many upheavals. Even now, there is a great deal of fear that a war will begin and that bombs will be released. There will be many little sparks beforehand. They will continue to fight with one another. You children know that this old world has to be destroyed. Then we will return to our home. The cycle of our 84 births is now coming to an end. We will all return home together. There are very few of you who stay in remembrance. According to the drama, there are both kinds of students, active ones and lazy ones. Active students pass with good marks, whereas lazy ones continue to quarrel throughout the day. They don't even remember the father. They remember their friends and relatives throughout the day. You have to forget everything here. I am a soul, and this tail, this body, dangles behind me. When we reach our karmatit stage, we will discard these tails. We are just concerned about reaching our karmatit stage and discarding our bodies. We have to become beautiful from ugly. Therefore, we have to make effort. Just look how much effort you have to make for an exhibition. Mahendra of Bhopal showed how much courage he has. He courageously holds so many exhibitions on his own. He will definitely receive the fruit of his efforts. One person showed such wonders. He benefits so many. He does so much with the help of friends and relatives. It is such a wonder. He tells his friends and relatives to use their money, etc., for this task and asks what they would do by just keeping it. He had the courage to open a center. So many people have had their fortune created. There would be so much service accomplished. If 5 to 7 people like this were to emerge, there are some who are very miserly. It is understood from this that it isn't in their fortune. They don't understand that destruction is standing ahead of them and that they should do something. People won't receive anything from whatever they donate in the name of God now. God has come in order to give you the sovereignty of heaven. Those who just donate money won't receive anything. Those who have used their bodies, minds, and wealth in a worthwhile way in this confluence age and who are still doing it are the fortunate ones. However, if it is not in their fortune, they do not understand. You know that there are those Brahmins and that you too are Brahmins. You are the Prajapita Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. There are so many of those Brahmins. They are born through a womb, whereas you are mouth-born. The birth of Shiv takes place at the confluence age. The Father now gives you the mantra to create heaven. Man-mana bhava. Continue to remember me, and you will become pure, and thus the masters of the pure world. Print such cards in a clever way. Some people die in the world. Whenever someone dies, you can distribute these cards there. This old world has to be destroyed when the Father comes. When the gates to heaven open, there is the mantra, Man Mana Bhav, for anyone who wants to go to the land of happiness. You should all have such interesting cards. You can distribute them at the cremation grounds. You children should be keen to do service. There are many ways to do service. Write this down very clearly. Your aim and objective is very clear, but you do need ways to explain to others. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long-lost and now-found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. The first point is, in order to attain your karmatit stage, forget your tail, the form of your body. Remember none of your friends or relatives. Just make effort to remember the one Father. I repeat, in order to attain your karmatit stage, forget your tail, the form of your body. Remember none of your friends or relatives. Just make effort to remember the one Father. The second point is, become God's helpers according to Srimad and use your body, mind, and wealth successfully, and thus create an elevated fortune for yourself. Become God's helpers, become Khudai Khidmatgar according to Srimad, and use your body, mind, and wealth, and use your tan, man, and dhan successfully, and thus create an elevated fortune for yourself. The blessing for today is, may you show royalty in your every action and word through your reality, and thereby have a right to the first division. May you show royalty in your every action and word through your reality, and thereby have a right to the first division. The explanation is, reality means to have the constant awareness of your real form through which royalty will be visible even on your face. Reality means belonging to the one Father and none other. When you have this awareness, royalty will be visible in your every deed and word. Whoever comes into contact with you will experience you to have a character the same as the Father's in your every action, and the authority the same as the Father's in your every word and also attainment. Because the company of such a one is real, it will work like an alchemist's stone. Only royal souls with such royalty claim a right to the first division. The slogan is, increase the account of elevated deeds and the account of sinful deeds will finish. Increase the account of elevated deeds and the account of sinful deeds will finish. This month, we have special homework to experience the Avyakt stage in this Avyakt month. In order for all Brahmin children to experience, especially the Avyakt stage, from 1st January to 31st January, make a note of these points and, while churning them throughout the day, become an embodiment of the experience of these points, remain introverted, and continue to tour around the subtle region. The point for today, the 1st of January, is, by paying special attention to adopting good wishes and elevated intentions for every soul throughout the day, transform impure intentions into pure intentions, impure wishes into pure wishes, and maintain a stage of happiness. I repeat, by paying special attention to adopting good wishes and elevated intentions for every soul throughout the day, transform impure intentions into pure intentions, impure wishes into pure wishes, and maintain a stage of happiness. Om Shanti.